Hey there YouTube, this is Lucifer Legavorden coming back at you again with another video. This video is an announcement video. Walpurgisnacht is coming up. Now Walpurgisnacht is a very important holiday to most Satanists. It is the day that Anton LaVey announced to the world the public creation of the Church of Satan and the coming out of the satanic religion to the public back in 1966. So it's a very important ritual to the general LaVeyan Satanist and most Satanists in general. I will be I will be celebrating it, and I will be filming a very unique thing. I'd said that before that I am not going to be doing very many rituals on this channel, but this is one of the rituals that I will be doing. I've never performed this before. Generally speaking, I do not feel the need for this kind of ritual on a personal level, but it is a ritual that should be seen by the public. You've heard of it before, but no one has ever actually put out a legit video of this particular ritual. It is the Black Mass. In this case, it is a solitary Black Mass. There is a couple forms of the Black Mass. This one is designed for an individual practitioner to perform without the aid of other people. And I did not write this ritual. Okay, this is a ritual that, through research and discovery, that I was able to find. Now, a bit of the history behind it is that the Black Mass has been talked about for many, many years, but back in France, in like the 1600s or 1700s, there was a woman named Lavoisin, or Lavoisin, and she was an occultist, an abortionist, and whatnot, and just general mystic. Then she hosted black masses for people, where the stories get a little muddled. Some stories say that she committed human sacrifices with live babies, hanging them over a naked woman on the altar and slitting their throats. Of course, that's the fantastical notions and stories that people spout off to make Satanism sound evil and bad. What is known is that she was an abortionist, and it is all too possible that she did perform late-term abortions. Back then, there was no laws against it. It just moral outcry, so it was always kept very hush-hush and down on the down low. And it's possible that what she would do is she would take these late-term abortion fetuses as, a showy little thing for these supposed black masses, and supposedly sacrifice this child, or even possibly perform an abortion during the Black Mass. That no longer goes on, if it ever really did happen. Aside from Lavoisin's trial, she was eventually convicted and burned at the stake, along with some of her associates. But at Lavoisin's trial, there was a whole bunch of confessions, as you would expect, to committing these atrocities. Since then, no one's really had very much documentation of what an actual Black Mass looks like, up until Anton LaVey wrote about it in the Satanic Bible. Then he actually produced a variant of the Black Mass, of the actual documentation of the Black Mass, in the Satanic Rituals, which was a companion to the Satanic Bible. The variant I will be performing is not found in the Satanic Bible or anything. This was something that I had to look up on my own. This was something that I don't know where I found it. It was so long ago that I found it, and I just kept a hold of it because it was very unique. And I hadn't seen it, and the ritual that I found was actually very well written. It looked like It honestly, I have a couple different variations of the Black Mass. Some require blood, others don't. Um, and it would look like a very well written variation of Anton LaVey's complete Black Mass found in the Satanic Rituals, and only redesigned for a solo practitioner. And so that's what I'm going to be performing on Walpurgisnacht. So Walpurgisnacht is at the end of the month here. It's usually the day before the first day of April, or even sometimes on the first day of April. It does correlate with other pagan holidays and whatnot. So that's going to be pretty interesting. We're going to be performing the Black Mass here. I'm going to be performing it here at my altar. It's going to be, I'm hoping that you guys can see this as a demonstration of what I want to do in my documentary, and just show you guys things that you haven't seen before, even if you don't agree with them, if you don't like them, or whatnot. So I'm hoping it really, really helps, bring it to light. I don't want to just hide things and, just because they're controversial and people don't agree with them. I want people to see these rituals that has been feared for so many years and whatnot. I will be discussing the Black Mass more and what its purpose is when I actually film it, and just to give you a basic rundown of why I don't feel the personal need to perform this type of ritual ever. This is the first time I've ever even done it or even considered being part of a Black Mass. And the reason being is it is a blasphemy ritual. It is meant to mock and blaspheme the Christian church. So, warning people, if you're a Christian and you're like an uber Christian, you're warned that this is actually designed to do that. In general, I don't feel that it's necessary to do that. One of my good buddies, he's a Christian minister and whatnot. He knows exactly what I am, and we talk and we converse and everything, and he's cool with it. And one of the things is I don't ever mock and make fun of or blaspheme the Christian religion. I've been in the occult for so long, I don't see the point in that anymore. And usually what the Black Mass is used for as a blasphemy ritual is for newcomers to the occult, newcomers to the satanic religion, to break away, so to speak, and shed their old predilections of Christianity. And that's what it's intended to do. It's also sometimes used as a political statement. When you can perform a Black Mass on almost anything. So I could perform a Black Mass on the Democratic Party, just, taking all of their so-called current ideologies and whatnot, and then turning it on the head. I can perform a Black Mass on Islam or Israel or whatnot, just to protest their ideologies if I so wanted to. But again, I don't really feel the need to do that in general. In my opinion, there's really no point to it. The reason why I'm doing this Black Mass on Walpurgisnacht, Walpurgisnacht is a very significant holiday, and I've been feeling that, this would be, if I was going to do any ritual solo for the camera, this would probably be the best one to put out there, because no one has ever filmed it, no one has ever produced it. They have claimed to have made it, and it's, I've looked all around and there's no actual documentation outside of the few clips and snippets from Satanus, the Devil's Mass, which was a documentary way back in the day about Anton LaVey and the early Church of Satan. Outside of that, there was one other documentary that claimed that it was going to show the Black Mass, and it never did. I have looked, and I've looked, and to date, there is only 2 actual satanic rituals that has been filmed, both by the Church of Satan. Actually, I think they have a third one out that was recently, in the past couple years, filmed in the Hellfire Caves over in Britain. But I have yet to find an upload of that video. The 2 that were filmed and is out for general public to see is the 6606 Satanic High Mass, which is the current public mass and general mass of Satanism, or at least of the Church of Satan, and is the one that I generally perform as a general mass, which, as you can see here, I do keep the documentation of it. This is just one of my printout versions, because the booklets, I would be bouncing around from book to book to book if I was reading from the books. The other one is the Rite of Ragnarok, which is referenced and given in detail in Peter H. Gilmore. Oh! Whew. Drop the phone. Peter H. Gilmore's book, The Satanic Scriptures. Sorry about that, folks. I went Butterfingers. I'm not going to delete that. That was just kind of funny. And those are the only 2 rituals that have been fully filmed. And these are actual satanic rituals by Church Satan. Which, out of all the other satanic outlets, I do think that Satanic Temple has filmed a few, but I haven't been able really to find any credible videos by them on their rituals. And Satanic Temple is definitely more of a political group than a religious group. So, that all being said, from a religious standpoint, purely religious standpoint, excuse me, the Black Mass has never been filmed. The true Black Mass. And what you are going to see on Walpurgisnacht, I will be filming and releasing a video of me performing the Black Mass, an actual Black Mass, in solitary format. If you want to see a full Black Mass after viewing this one, please get a hold of me and let me know in the comments section down below here and on that video when it comes out that you want to see the full Black Mass, and we will do what we can to put together a group of people to perform the actual full Black Mass. It will not be performed here in my basement. It's just this space is not conducive to it. But for a solitary Black Mass, this space will do just fine. If you want to see me perform any of the other rituals that I have done, you know, please let me know. That's pretty much it. Tell me what you guys think in the comment section down below. If you're interested in this, if you're looking forward to this, to actually seeing something like this for the first time ever. This is the legit Black Mass. This is not a Satanic High Mass. There is a huge difference between the 2. There will be no sacrificing. There will be no bloodletting in this, just to let you know. Because I just don't do that. That is a no-no for me. I don't feel the need for that. If I do feel the need, occasionally, in certain very needed rituals, voluntary minor bloodletting of a few drops, which is just like a little pinprick on the finger, maybe a cut somewhere, but no actual killing, nobody really being hurt, and all voluntary. So yeah, I'll go into detail on that in a totally different video. As you all know, that this video, whenever you see me in front of the altar there, you know I'm talking strictly Satanism, and this video will be just about that. So you know, there you go. Thank you all for watching this. If you're interested, hit that subscribe button, hit that bell notification. That way you know whenever I'm putting up another video. Give me a thumbs up if you like this, as well as looking forward to seeing the Black Mass after Walpurgisnacht. If you don't like this, well, of course, give me a thumbs down. I totally understand, but then go away. This is about being educational to people. If you want to leave me a comment down below, please be respectful. I'm not going to be catering to trolls or anything. If you have legitimate questions, feel free to ask me them. If you're just down there to troll and preach to me about converting to Christianity or whatever religion you are, I don't want to hear it. You will be blocked. Okay? This is for educational purposes. Okay? Any of my satanic videos is for educational purposes. Thank you all. You all have a good day. This is Lucifer Legavorden coming at you with yet another video. Hail Satan, and I'll see you all later. I'm out of here.